Okay, it's line set time. Also know that Mr. Cool has a line guard, which I did not get for this job. This is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. If the customer wants one, I'll get it. We'll see what it looks like when we get it done. I'm going to bend these line sets down, make the connections. The instructions say make the connections inside, but when you have a 25-foot line set, feeding that through is kind of a pain. I also kind of put the sleeve in backwards because it came pre-cut. It kind of fit this siding better this way. They do it, the insert that would come with the package. It does. I actually put on the inside wall and not out here because it wouldn't fit flat because of this corrugated metal. So this actually made a much cleaner install. So anyway, I got to put the condensate line on, pull these line sets, bend them down gently, start making these connections. And then once I do the connections here, I'll do the connections on the outdoor condenser unit. And then we'll do a leak test. So remove those caps and do the connections and do the leak test. And they send you an Allen key to release the refrigerant. And then we'll wire up. I got my 240 volt disconnect here. This is an 18,000 BTU unit, so it is a 240 volt unit. The 12,000 BTU is a 115 volt unit. I was hoping they would make a 220, but they do not in the DIY system with the DIY line set. So just in case you're wondering, the 12,000 or 1 ton unit is only available in 115 volts. All right, let's get this line set on. Okay, we're installing the line set. You want to hand tighten the fittings together first. And I'm just leak checking right now. I got some of the OD leak check fluid. See if I see any bubbles, and I don't see any on this end. So you would definitely want to do the leak check first. And then on the condenser end, same. The ends, the caps, everything's color coded. When you make the connections, just make sure they're nice and tight. And then just checking for bubbles. I don't see any bubbles, which is great. No, don't see any bubbles there, so that's very good. So one of the things that's interesting, some people don't like it, but this is what makes it DIY. It's the line set. And so they recommend leaving it coiled, so there's no flaring to be done. And of course, a neater job would be to flare it and then make the line set to the exact length needed. So, but there's no problem with the function of it, the system with it as it is. When I did tighten the line set up, you can hear a little bit of nitrogen escape. So it's nice that these line sets are fully vacuumed, chased with nitrogen before you hook them up. So pretty awesome setup. So that's really what makes it a DIY. Anybody can set this out, but if you have to pull a vacuum and charge it with the refrigerant, then you need a licensed HVAC technician. So I know probably a lot of the HVAC techs won't like this, but maybe they should get in on it and sell some of them. They're pretty efficient, nice units, and there's always service on them too. So, all right, so I'm going to tidy up this line set again. There's a line guard. This probably isn't the neatest install. I just set that board to keep it off the ground. I'm going to come back and put some hangers just to keep it off the ground. I put a lot of gravel under it, so to keep it kind of clean. And I could definitely there's a plastic line guard that would take it to the ground. Makes it look like a gutter downspout, a little bit neater. Obviously, I've got to clean this up here. This gets they supply some sound deadening wraps, some pads. So I'm going to individually wrap these joints. I'm going to put the condensate line down, and I've graded it off so the condensate's going to leave this building. And then I'm going to leave this separate, the control wire, try to neaten this up for you. All the electrical connections are color-coded and numbered. So for the control wires, 1, 2, 3, and then you have line 1, line 2. your two hots. I just put the stake-ons. That just makes it a little nicer connection. You get your two grounds, you got your wire holder, and then I had a piece of 3/4, so this is all set up for 1/2 inch. So I had a 1/2 inch cord grip here for the control wire, and we're going to put this box on now. And then our disconnect, just a standard, simple, $10 AC disconnect, which I'm going to land those wires in there now. So what you want to do is land your wires in your control in here first in the outdoor unit, and then pull the wires back so this cover will go on nicely and there's nothing binding. Okay, fairly straightforward and simple. We're up and running. Just connected the power, the control wires, and everything else, and just gotta tidy this up. It'd be nice to get the line guard from Mr. Cool. I need to do that, so let me take you inside and show you that. So already it's a lot warmer in here. We are running the Mr. Cool 18K DIY 3rd gen. Oh yeah, can you feel it? Mr. Cool is pretty warm, and that is awesome. Why is it so awesome? Because I got to finish up this project, and it's like cold in here. So now I can finish up what we got to do, and we're running the Mr. DIY Mr. Cool off of the solar converter and a couple lithium-ion batteries from Fortress Power. So that is cool. So this is just a little shop. A lot of people want to put it in a shop or a powerhouse that will feed their home, and that's what we're doing with this. And we're going to be putting some Mr. Cools on the addition that they're putting on this home down below. But this is just a workshop, little man cave. And we'll have water, put a drain in today. But anyway, the Mr. Cool allows the shop to be really nice, heating or cooling. So it's got a follow me mode. There's several things. There's an app. I haven't shown you that either. I got to put that in. There's a USB dongle I got to put up in here, download the app. We don't have internet here, so I can't really demonstrate it. Internet's not here yet, but I can do the remote and do a follow me. Yeah. So you can see it's like 50. Oh man, it's come up already 6 degrees in like 5 minutes. That's awesome. I'm going to set the remote over here so that system will run until that thermostat is satisfied. So nice, make it toasty. Any questions? Let me know. Check out the links in the description.